Hello to all of you out there in this great big world of social media. This is your brother Dana coming to you from the city of Chicago. Shalom, shalom to all of you precious chosen people of the Most High Yah, aka my black brothers and sisters. You know that white America is going to do all they can do to try to keep you in your place of submission. But greater than white America, greater than white supremacy, greater than President Trump, greater than a wall, greater than his military, greater than his attitude, and greater than the power he thinks that he holds, lies the power in the hand of the Most High Yah, the true living God that is coming to set you free, just like he did for your ancestors when they were held in the hands of the oppression under Egypt. I wanted to share something with you that is just to a point it angers me, and I'm really just sick of it. And one of those things is all these white evangelicals that want to now post these pictures and make these comments that can't we all get along? Remember, God don't see color. And I got to watch my mouth because I don't want to share what really wants to come out. I want to keep some decency here. But I am so sick of it. Because all they want to do now is come out and try to add their little bit of Christian love by saying that God don't see color, God is colorblind, and that we need to see people out of the ways and out of the eyes of God. Well, first of all, if that is true, white evangelicals, then why did you and your Christian forefathers create white-only drinking fountains? Why did you say people of color or blacks had to ride in the back of the bus? Why did you separate white schools from black schools? If God don't see color, what's your problem? Because obviously, from the very foundation of Christianity to today, the problem is you. Because obviously, you see color. So don't tell us what God sees or don't see. Let's talk about what you see. So let's look at this picture right here. And this was put on a Facebook page of a school classmate of mine. And I love the top of it. Jesus loves everyone. Love like Jesus. No color, no religion, no nationality should come between us. We are all children of God. And when I go to her Facebook page, there's not one post about the atrocity, about the murder of a black man. Not one post, not even a man. That was horrible. That was sad. Not, hey, we as Christians are pro-life. Yet we killed an individual that had a heartbeat. But yet she posts, God don't see color. And in a conversation, she finally realized something and thought it was an insult to me when she said, well, Dana serves a God that I don't want nothing a part of. You're right, I do serve a God. A God that is not the God of your white supremacist Christianity. I serve a God that sees color. Because see, if I can have color and I see color, you're telling me that you and I have a greater ability than the God that created us. God is colorblind, but yet we as people can see color. So therefore, you are saying that God is less than you and me. And then loves to show pictures. White Christians love to show pictures like this. But yet when I go to your Facebook pages and when I look at your history, I don't see you doing any of this. Again, you're always willing to talk about what we should do, what others should do, while you do nothing. But yet, why should I expect you to be different when you worship the king that you have placed in power? And I'm not even going to go into that right this moment. That will come in some videos that I'm creating and putting together at this time. So when are you white evangelicals going to stop talking about what God sees or what God does not see and start talking about what you see and what you have done based on what you see? You see color. You see blacks. You see, and your behavior reflects what you see. And that is that you have no empathy. You have no apology. You have no sorrow, no sadness in what took place, not just in the death of George Floyd, but in the death of all of the hundreds and thousands and even millions of black individuals that your Christianity and your blindness, per se, has killed. And so if you don't see color, how did you come to this truth that your Jesus, or Jesus of the Bible, looks like this man? When Revelations 1 verses 14 and 15 says the hairs of his head were white. Okay, where is the white? White like wool, like snow. His eyes were like a flame of fire. His feet were like burned bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice was like the roar of many waters. So right now, between these two pictures, even though when I say that Yahshua HaMashiach, or the Christian Jesus Christ, was black, you want to argue with me that no, he wasn't black. If anything, he might look like a Pakistani. But yet you'll still, who's closer even to the skin tone of a Palestinian? Your white looking Jesus, or this oldest depiction in the Roman Catholic Church in Rome of the true Jesus Christ? And so let me read and finish off here with Revelations 1 chapter 1 verses 12 to 18, when it says, "Then I turned to see the voice that was speaking to me. And turning, I saw 7 golden lampstands, and in the midst of the lampstands one like the Son of Man, clothed with a long robe and with a golden sash around his chest. The hairs of his head were white, like white wool, like snow. His eyes were like a flame of fire. His feet were like burned bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice was like the roar of many waters. And in his right hand he held 7 stars. From his mouth came a sharp 2-edged sword, and his face was like the sun shining in full strength." It amazes me that even though I read those scriptures, you still hold on to the truth that Jesus looked like this and not like this. So let's not talk about whether God is colorblind or that color doesn't matter to God, because right now God is not the one that murdered the black man. God is not the one that is racist. God is not the one that is living out lies. You are. So maybe this is the truth. God sees color. But unlike you white evangelicals, he doesn't place hatred, evil, or racism to a color. White America, color has always been first and foremost in your mind. From the very foundation of the United States of America, you always made a distinction between white people and people of color. You are the ones that created color. Now, don't weasel your way out of it by saying, come on, can't we all get along? God don't see color. Can't we just get along and do what we see these children do? Can't we do what Mother Teresa said and not allow color or religion or nationality to come between us? I'm not even going to the various religions. I'm going to stop right here with the color. The problem is not what God sees. The problem is what you see. And what you see is determined by what lies in your heart. And in your heart, you are filled with evil. So don't post a picture on your Facebook page telling everybody not to see color. And yet on your Facebook page, you can't share one single thing. Not even an apology, not even a sad face, not even what was done to this black man was horrendous. Because the truth of the fact is, you're blind to even your own evil. I hope you open your eyes. Because as of right now, it's a little too late. Because the judgment of justice from the true living God that sees color plainly has also seen what white evangelical Christianity has done to people of color, especially his black chosen people. Shalom.